What is up, homies? Christian back again on our Twin Sons action figures close-up, and today we're going to be looking at the Hasbro 6-inch Black Series Target exclusive, transported from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge trading post, Mountain Trooper. Say that 3 times fast. So, first things first, this is the Mountain Trooper that came out in Batu about a year ago. It was an exclusive there, I think to celebrate maybe the 1-year anniversary of Galaxy's Edge. They have brought him out to Target now, and he was kind of hard to find, so let me know in the comments down below if you're able to snag one of these guys out. Looking at the box, we can see that it's got the transported from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge trading post right there. We got some Gregory Titus art down here in the bottom right, Mountain Trooper, and on the back, colors. I like this. I like the way this looks a lot. It's got the Galaxy's Edge name up there. It's got Mountain Trooper, and it's in like this brown, camo, speckled, tan. I don't really know, like maybe even a hint of green to it. I don't really know how to describe it too well, but you guys can see for yourself. You got the first order symbol on the bottom. On the other side, it's in that same like orange, tan, brown color, Mountain Trooper. And it says Mountain on the back. Like all First Order Stormtroopers, specialized units of Batu Mountain Troopers are trained from birth, growing up with the unit designation and set of names, and fed a steady diet of First Order propaganda to ensure absolute loyalty. Blown up Gregory Titus art, not red up here, it's that same color that we've been seeing. Overall, looks pretty good. Really like the way this looks. But we're not here for the boxes, are we? You know what we're here for, and I'll see you guys in a second for it. All right, here he is, free from his plastic prison. Wow, this is a sick design. Personally, this is now easily my favorite First Order Trooper design. I really hope we get to see these guys in a TV show or in an animated show. You know, here's to hoping that we still get some live action sequel trilogy era stuff. I'd like to see that on Disney Plus sometime, maybe with these guys. But these guys look great. So as you can see, starting at the helmet, it's a brand new helmet design. It almost got like a visor thing that protrudes a bit out the front. It's very angular, which I really like. Almost reminds me of the, and I know it's gonna sound weird, he almost reminds me of the Scout Trooper. There's something about the way he looks. It really just invokes that kind of feel for me. Can't really put my finger on it. But he's very sharp angled here on the ridge of his like nose and stuff, but there's something about the line work here that makes it soften that angle. We got some vents here, vent and his, you know, voice modulator thing right there. Some more vents. They put a paint app on like some silver here. Hasbro really did a good job with this figure. Already, this helmet looks immaculate. The paint apps were great. They dirtied them up a bit and stuff. Just all around looking really good. Going down to the body, you can see we've got the standard First Order like down piece. Not standard, but I feel like the specialists usually have this intricate down piece down here with all of their little doohickeys and gizmos, like this little vent thing and half pouch thing that's like built in. This one is painted black, as you can see, for some reason. I don't know what any of these things are supposed to be honest with you. And he's got his top armor piece. They sculpted in these straps. No paint app on the straps, which is a little surprising with how many paint apps they put on the helmet. I think they could have hit that with some silver. The buckles on the straps. Sculpted in some texture there. Almost looks like it could be like cloth or something. More of that, you know, mud and dirt just speckled on. They did throw a silver paint app right there. It looks really good. And his legs down here, we got the standard Trooper legs down here. I feel like the Tank Commander from Rogue One had these same thigh pieces. That's not weird to say. Down here we got pouches right here. Right here. Looking good. Could have used maybe a paint app on those, but it's all right. We got more of that dirty brown here. On the back, You got his thermal detonator canister. On his back here, you got sort of like a plug that looks like it could have been for a stand, but it's not for a stand. He's got like these vent holes up here, maybe air out his back a bit on troops. Down here on his boots, they did a pretty good job mudding up his boots and stuff. He's got on his feet. He did some nice sculpting work on his knees and his boots. So like there's an indentation here, an indentation here at the bottom. It looks pretty good. You put like these straps that go all around his boots, like that hold them on tight, you know, around his calves and his shins. Did a good job, and they did that texture work here as usual on his pants. Look like they're laying there, you know. Some wrinkles and line work. And it's almost got texture all around it, like a slight bump texture. You can see it on the camera. It's definitely not smooth. I really like how they did that. The paintwork, he looks like he was molded, and not even a white. It's more like a off-white, like a white with a very slight brown tinge. Pardon. Looks like he was molded in that. They threw a red paint app on his shoulder to give us some color in there. And so his helmet seems to be white, like an eggshell white. But the rest of him seems to be in the off brown white that I was just describing. So I don't know if that's on purpose, or if that's just how Hasbro did it, or if that's how they're actually supposed to be designed. His feet and legs are in that same off-white. Overall, just looking really good. Really like the design of it. The helmet really just sells me. The helmet looks immaculate. Now let's go over his articulation. For the head, he looks up, looks down, side to side. A little bit of tilt. He gets enough tilt that, you know, he can look like he's questioning something on the ground or something. We have to remember that this figure came out a year ago. This is just a reissue of it, so we're not going to be getting a lot of Hasbro's new sculpt works and technologies for articulation. Shoulders. These are hard plastic shoulder pads. Not, well, you can bend them, but they definitely don't feel like, oh. So his right shoulder is a hard plastic. His left shoulder is soft plastic for some reason. I don't know what Hasbro's decision-making process was there to have shoulders be different kinds of plastic. So, shoulder, his right shoulder can only get up to about, what's that, 45 degrees? I'm not a math guy. All the way around, all the way around. No bicep swivel. Gets a forearm swivel right on that elbow. It gets up to about 90. His wrist, we get that up and down for his weapon holding hand. So on his left arm, the shoulder is different. You can get up to 90 degrees, but you're not gonna look good doing it. And you probably don't wanna do it that often for a figure like this, because that will damage the plastic over time. Gets to 90. And for the barrel holding hand, we have that classic side to side pegs. Not moving too much, but a little bit, as you guys can see. For his waist, we have swivel. So you guys can see, barely any down, like a negligible amount of down. You can go back, but you start to get a gap right there, you guys can see. If you go back, which I mean, it's very fair for this armor though. This armor looks like it really impede your movement in your torso area anyway in real life. So it's kind of what we can expect from the figure. It's not really Hasbro's fault there. It's just the design of the character and his armor. So let's move his arm out of the way for this. His hips. Oof, like 45 degrees. Did not come out very far. That's between the plastic flaps and the actual joint in there itself. Does not allow much movement, but he does have a thigh swivel. So you can move him around right there. His knees, again, this is a reissue of an older figure, so he's got the classic double jointed knees. You cannot kick his own booty, can kick his own canister though. So, you know, kind of the ugly knees in my opinion. But they get the job done. No shin swivel. And the classic Hasbro rockers. You know how they are, back and forth, swivel side to side. So, pretty standard trooper articulation on this guy. You know, nothing amazing, but nothing bad either. He comes with one accessory. He comes with this rifle, which is definitely not the standard first order trooper rifle. I don't know if I've ever received this rifle before, but I definitely like the looks of it. It's molded in black and Hasbro looks like it gave it just a quick dry brush and some metallic-y silver. But this rifle looks really good. It's very detailed. You got the shoulder stock, and on the shoulder stock, come on, camera does not want to work with me here. The shoulder stock, we have that texture on it. Side here, you put a texture on the pistol grip, which is really nice. Looks like it's almost like another additional folding stock that's built into the rifle that can come out in case something happens to this one. It's got a scope up here. It's got like a flashlight or laser mounted on there. You got the energy canister right there on the side. Some little box doohickey coming up on the scope, which looks good. Just a lot of sculpt work on this. They sculpted in holes in the barrel in here. There's like some dots, ridge on top here. Overall, really good looking rifle here. And you just slide that into his hand. And let's see how he looks holding up. Sometimes I find it's easier to slide the barrel into the hand. Sort of just work the hand down the gun like that. So, I'd say he looks good holding it. These first order troopers and stormtroopers by Hasbro, I find you can never really get them to shoulder their guns well. So he's always hip firing. But that's alright. You know, on the shelf, he's mostly gonna look like that. So overall, really nice trooper design. Pretty good figure. If you are an avid first order collector, I would definitely recommend you have to get this, maybe even 2 or 3 of them for army building. Let me know if you guys were able to get one of these at your Target or online at target.com in the comments down below. Until next time, may the force be with you.